Welcome back to Drive Next, the channel where we dive deep into the most exciting machines shaping the future of performance driving. Today, we have something truly special, something that blends brute force, German precision, and everyday usability in a package that keeps evolving in all the right ways. We're talking about the 2026 Porsche Cayenne GTS, a model that has always positioned itself between the luxury-focused trims and the full-throttle insanity of the turbo lineup. For 2026, Porsche has refined, sharpened, and subtly reinvented the GTS to deliver a driving experience that feels more connected, more emotional, and more purposeful than ever. So buckle up as we take a detailed look at what this car offers from every angle: front, side, back, inside, under the hood, on the road, and finally, whether it's worth the price tag Porsche places on it. When you first walk up to the 2026 Cayenne GTS, the visual message is unmistakable. It's aggressive, but not loud. It's muscular, but not trying too hard. Porsche has updated the front fascia with a more sculpted bumper, deeper air intakes, and a new lighting signature that gives the Cayenne a sharper stare. The Matrix LED headlights now stretch slightly wider and project a more confident line, and the darkened treatment unique to the GTS reinforces that stealth performance attitude. The hood contours have been tightened, giving the SUV a more athletic stance, and the Porsche crest now sits flush as part of the brand's new design language. Standing in front of it, you instantly feel the character Porsche intended, a performance SUV that doesn't need to scream because it knows exactly what it can do. Moving along to the side profile, the Cayenne GTS brings a balance of elegance and aggression that few SUVs can match. The proportions remain unmistakably Porsche: a long nose, muscular shoulders, and a sloping roofline that hints at rear-wheel drive dynamics even on an all-wheel drive platform. The 2026 model sits slightly lower thanks to the standard air suspension tuned specifically for the GTS, and the wheel options start at 21 inches with GTS exclusive satin black finishes. The red brake calipers peek through just enough to remind you that this SUV has serious stopping power. The gloss black window trim and mirror caps complement the shadowy design theme, while the broader wheel arches give the side view a planted, road-hugging stance. Whether you're catching it in morning sunlight or under city streetlights, the 2026 Cayenne GTS looks like it's always ready to pounce. Walk toward the rear, and the identity becomes even more defined. Porsche has redesigned the taillights with a slimmer, more three-dimensional style that stretches cleanly across the back. The light bar has a deeper depth effect, giving a modern and technical look when illuminated. The rear bumper has been reshaped with larger cutouts for the quad sports exhaust system, finished in black as standard. The diffuser, also finished in dark tones, ties the performance DNA together. Watching this SUV from behind as it pulls away tells you everything about its intent. It wants to move quickly and confidently. Even the roof spoiler has been subtly revised for better airflow at high speeds, proving that Porsche never misses the small aerodynamic details. Step inside, and the 2026 Cayenne GTS immediately reassures you that Porsche hasn't forgotten the importance of the connection between driver and machine. The cabin is a blend of premium materials, modern digital interfaces, and old-school performance cues. Alcantara is everywhere: on the seats, the steering wheel, the roofliner, and even parts of the dosso, giving the interior motorsport-inspired warmth. The GTS exclusive seats offer deeper bolstering without sacrificing long-distance comfort, and they can be trimmed in a mix of leather and race text with contrast stitching in carmine red or slate gray. The dashboard continues Porsche's new digital forward approach, with a curved 12.6-inch driver display paired with a 12.3-inch center touchscreen. The controls are intuitive, the graphics crisp, and the physical buttons that remain are strategically placed so the driver never feels overwhelmed by touch-only interaction. There's also an optional passenger display that lets the front passenger access navigation, media, or camera views without distracting the driver. The redesigned center console features a cleaner, more modern layout with a small gear selector and plenty of storage space. And of course, the sound system, whether you choose the standard Bose or the upgraded Burmestra, turns the cabin into a sonic chamber when you're not listening to the engine. Speaking of the engine, the beating heart of the 2026 Cayenne GTS is where the excitement truly amplifies. Porsche has revised the twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8, squeezing out more responsiveness across the rev range while improving cooling and efficiency. Power now sits around the upper 450s in horsepower, with torque well above 450 pounds-feet, delivered through the tried-and-true 8-speed Tiptronic S transmission. The result is a surge of acceleration that feels both muscular and controlled. The GTS doesn't try to shock you like the Turbo GT does. Instead, it delivers a deep, satisfying wave of power that builds with intention and precision. The exhaust note is classic rawer, deeper, and more emotional than the other Cayenne trims. Porsche has tuned it to produce a throatier growl under load and a sharper bark when shifting aggressively. With the optional sport exhaust, the SUV practically sings when pushed, offering some of the most rewarding acoustic feedback you'll find in a luxury performance SUV. The air suspension, active anti-roll bars, and Porsche's torque vectoring system work together to make the Cayenne GTS feel lighter than its size would suggest. Steering feedback is accurate and consistent, giving you confidence even on tight curves. Whether you're cruising on the highway or carving through mountain roads, the GTS feels balanced, planted, and genuinely fun. Now, let's talk price. Porsche doesn't build the Cayenne GTS for bargain hunters, and the pricing reflects that. The 2026 model starts in the mid-$130,000 range before options, and as anyone familiar with Porsche knows, the options list can elevate that number quickly. Add the premium packages, the performance exhaust, the upgraded wheels, and the more exclusive interior trims, and you may find yourself crossing the $150,000 mark with ease. But that's the reality with Porsche. You're paying for engineering excellence, build quality, and a driving experience that rivals sports cars while offering the practicality of an SUV. And in that context, the price undeniably steep lines up with the value Porsche consistently delivers. So as we wrap up, the 2026 Porsche Cayenne GTS stands as one of the most compelling SUVs in Porsche's lineup and arguably in the entire performance SUV market. It's the perfect midpoint, more emotional and exciting than the standard Cayenne S, yet more livable and balanced than the track-focused Turbo GT. It delivers everyday usability without sacrificing the thrilling dynamics that define the Porsche identity. For drivers who want an SUV that thrills without overwhelming, that looks powerful without shouting, and that feels refined without being disconnected, the Cayenne GTS remains a near-perfect answer. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more reviews of the most important cars shaping tomorrow's roads, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to Drive Next, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next drive.